Are AI bots stealing our jobs? A hilarious overview. Yo, what's up everybody? It's your boy Lumicrowns here, and today, we're diving deep into one of the hottest topics buzzing around the internet. I mean, have you heard? AI is taking over the world, and they say it's to help us out. But let's be real, are they just trying to have us chill at home watching Netflix while they run the whole show? It feels like we're living in a sci-fi movie, but instead of a dystopian wasteland, we've got robots making our coffee and algorithms curating our playlists. If you're a millennial worrying about job security, you're not alone. So, stick around as we unpack how AI is swiping our jobs like it's the hottest new dating app, leaving us swiping left on our career prospects. But first, make sure to smash that like button, and hit subscribe if you're ready for some truth bombs and a good laugh. We're going to explore the wild world of AI job displacement, the quirks of automated decision-making, and maybe even share a laugh or two about that awkward moment when you realize you just got upstaged by a chatbot. It's important to recognize that, in general, these technologies don't affect entire occupations. It actually is very rare that a robot will show up, sit in somebody's seat to do everything that someone does at their job, says Michael Cooey of the McKinsey Global Institute, MGI, who researches the impact of technology and innovation on business, the economy and society. Indeed.com researchers analyzed more than 55 million job postings and found that Gen AI can perform 50% to almost 80% of the skills required in 45.7% of those job listings. In 34.6% of jobs listed, Gen AI can handle less than 50% of the skills. Jobs that require manual skills or a personal touch, such as nursing and veterinary care, are the least likely to be hard hit by AI, the report says. In the past, technological advances have mostly affected manual labor. However, Gen AI is expected to have the most effect on so-called knowledge workers, generally defined as people who create knowledge or think for a living. But, for now, AI does not appear poised to steal anyone's job. There are very few jobs that AI can do completely. Even in jobs where AI can do many of the skills, there are still aspects of those jobs that AI cannot do, Stahel says. Let's kick things off with one of the most affected sectors, service jobs. You remember when you used to order your food and that friendly human on the other side would take your order? Well, no more. Thanks to AI, we've got robots flipping burgers and taking our coffee orders with the precision of a barista who's trained for years. It's like someone handed over the kitchen keys to a high-tech appliance and said, "Go wild." Remember that meme about the robot taking your order while you're still in your PJs? Yeah, that's real life now. According to a recent study by McKinsey, up to 39 million jobs could be automated in the US alone by 2030. So, what's gonna happen to all the servers and cashiers? Are we heading toward a world where AI dominates the dining scene? Not only will we have machines taking our orders, but we might also start experiencing AI chefs that can whip up Michelin star meals, while we microwave our leftover pizza. Leave your thoughts below if you've had a funny experience with AI while ordering food or grabbing coffee. Did your robot barista ever forget your order or get your drink totally wrong? Maybe you've encountered an overly polite chatbot that seemed more human than human, leading to conversations that were awkwardly entertaining. Share your stories and let's see who has faced the weirdest AI encounter. This is something that, in many ways, we believe is going to unlock human potential and productivity for many workers across many different sectors of the economy, Stahel says. There are a number of things that can happen, Cooey adds. One is, we simply do more of something we were already doing, and so imagine if you're a university professor or a teacher, and the grading can be done by machine rather than you. You can take those hours and, instead of grading, you can actually start tutoring your students, spending more time with your students, improving their performance, helping them learn. American workers need to begin using the new technology if they hope to remain competitive, according to Cooey. Workers who are best able to use these technologies will be the most competitive workers in the workforce, he says. It was true before, but it's more true than ever, that we're all going to have to be lifetime learners. A survey developed by Cooey finds that almost 80% of workers have experimented with AI tools. One of the great powers of these generative AI tools, so far, is they've been designed in such a way to make it easy for really anybody to use these types of tools, Stahel says. I really believe that people should be looking to embrace these tools and find ways to incorporate them into the work that they're already interested in doing. Ultimately, Could one of the unexpected benefits of AI be more efficient employees who work less? In general, Americans work a lot, Cui says. Maybe we don't have to work so long. Maybe we have a 4-day work week, and so you could give that time back to the worker. Next up, let's talk about manufacturing jobs. You know, those hardworking folks cranking out products day in and day out? Well, AI is moving in like your overenthusiastic roommate who suddenly picked up baking and thinks they're a culinary genius. According to the World Economic Forum, a staggering 85 million jobs may be displaced by 2025 due to automation. Yup, that's right, 85 million. This influx of robotic arms and intelligent machines isn't just about efficiency, it also threatens the livelihoods of many skilled workers who have dedicated years to perfecting their craft. Imagine stepping into a factory that once buzzed with the energy of teamwork, the sounds of laughter, and the camaraderie of staff, only to find it replaced by the whirring of machines tirelessly assembling products without a coffee break in sight. Sure, who doesn't love a good robot assembly line? I mean, at least they don't steal your lunch from the fridge, right? But behind the gleaming tech and the allure of speed lies a harsh reality. Many production lines are becoming ghost towns of the past, leaving skilled workers in need of retraining and uncertain about their future in an industry that's rapidly evolving. But it's not all fun and games. Think about the folks who are getting laid off. These individuals carry not just the weight of their jobs but also the responsibility for families and communities relying on their income. How are they going to pay bills, make mortgage payments, or send their kids to school? As we glamorize the advancements of AI in manufacturing, we must also consider the human cost. What happens to those who find their careers rendered obsolete? The shift toward automation might seem like a futuristic dream, but for many, it's a looming nightmare. So, drop a comment on how you feel about robots taking over the workplace. They can't take your lunch, but they might just take your job. Let's kickstart a conversation about how society can adapt to these changes and support workers transitioning to new roles in this AI-driven world. After all, while the machines might be learning faster, we need to ensure that we're not leaving the very people who helped build these industries behind. Alright, now let's tackle the elephant in the digital room: data privacy. Did you know while you're binge watching your favorite shows, your data is being sold like hotcakes? This isn't a Netflix special. It's the unsettling reality we live in, and it's happening in real time. Each click, each scroll, and each like feeds into a massive machine that churns out your digital footprint, a fingerprint that companies are eager to monetize. A 2021 report found that 72% of consumers are concerned about how companies use their personal information. Yet, despite this widespread anxiety, many people feel powerless to stop it. So, while AI might take over your job, they're also watching everything you do online. Imagine living in a world where every online interaction is monitored, cataloged, and analyzed, not just by algorithms but by real entities seeking to exploit it for profit. It's like having a babysitter who's way too interested in your social life, peeking over your shoulder as you draft messages to friends or post on social media. It's a wild world out there. What's next? Robots stalking us on social media, crafting elaborate profiles based on our preferences and habits? It might sound far-fetched, but with the pace of technological advancement, it's a looming possibility that we can't ignore. Let me know in the comments how you're protecting your data or if you've had a crazy experience with AI spying on you. Have you ever experienced an ad pop up for something you just thought about? Or perhaps a service that seemed to know you better than your friends? Share your stories. Let's explore together how we navigate this new terrain where convenience often comes at the cost of our privacy.